Donald Trump was on Joe Rogan and floated the idea of completely eliminating the federal income tax. You know that tax that takes as much as 37% of your income each year? He wants to throw it away and get rid of it entirely. Take a look.
Did you just float out the idea of getting rid of income taxes and replacing it with tariffs?
Well, okay.
Were we serious about that?
Yeah, sure, but why not?
If you get rid of the federal income tax, you would have to replace it with something. Trump mentioned tariffs, but that probably wouldn't be enough initially. You'd also need serious cost cutting to take place in D.C. Today is October 28th, and this is none of your business. While on Joe Rogan, Trump talks about how rich we could become with tariffs.
Country can become rich with the proper use of tariffs.
The Tax Foundation is a pretty reputable source when it comes to analyzing tax policy. I haven't seen much of a bias in either direction coming from them. They estimated that the tariffs Trump's talking about would generate $3.8 trillion in 10 years, a lot lower than the $33 trillion income taxes brings in. So you couldn't get rid of income taxes without gutting the government. This is what happened when Trump told Rogan why we moved away from tariffs and introduced the income tax.
Around in the early 1900s, they switched over stupidly to, frankly, an income tax. And you know why? Because countries were putting a lot of pressure on America. We don't want to pay tariffs.
Our government has gotten so big that removing the income tax is unfathomable. If you look at our government and see corrupt, lying politicians, just know that their salaries are funded by your tax dollars, which is why if you're an IRS agent, you should not go to defund.tax. It might be time for a little cost cutting after seeing how much waste occurs. I mean, the Biden administration spent over $7 billion to build 8 EV charging stations. That's almost $1 billion a charging station. So while Trump was having fun on Joe Rogan, Kamala was having trouble controlling her rally goers. Take a look. I swear Kamala's handlers had to have given her this line to say whenever there is unrest at her rallies, which happens probably quite a bit. This is the third or fourth clip of her I've seen that has her saying this same canned response. Just go to the small rally down the street. Yeah, like anyone believes this nervous robot pulls larger crowds than Mr. Rally himself, Trump. Speaking of Kamala's rallies, let's see what she actually says during them.
Donald Trump will have packed the court with 5 out of 9 justices on that court.
Kamala has the audacity to talk about packing the court when she supports insane legislation that would appoint a new justice every 2 years. Just a couple of days ago, she was asked about court packing, and she supports what she calls some kind of reform. The gaslighting is real with this one, folks. They finally let this senior citizen leave the nursing home. I mean, White House. Apparently, he's on a rant about the economy. Take a look.
Remember when we got elected, we were told there's going to be a recession? No one's talking about recession on our watch.
This is just elder abuse at this point, folks. It's almost 8 p.m. Hopefully, he starts winding down soon. And for the record, everyone has been talking about a recession under your watch. Recession, inflation, stagnation, everyone's been petrified of these things during the Biden presidency. On a more positive note, take a look at who's endorsing Trump.
We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace.
The party of peace, everyone. Initially, it was Tulsi Gabbard. Now Trump's got leaders of the Muslim Michigan community endorsing him. Trump's up in Michigan almost 2 points from last month. This is as close of a 50-50 election as we are going to get. The momentum is truly with Trump at this point.